again, and welcome to Hauppauge Gaming. I'm Fallinfrog, and it's another tip of the week. This time I'm going to talk about Deepbot. So if you've ever been on Twitch before, either as a streamer or a viewer, you've probably heard of Nightbot or Moobot. Those are two free channel moderation bots that you can go and a lot of streamers use those. I even use them as well. You can just use them for moderation, song requests, custom commands, things like that. They're really easy to set up. They're pretty much your first stop when you start Googling how to get a custom chat bot for your channel. The next evolution of that is to have one of your own. You want to have your own channel bot. So, for example, I'm Fallinfrog, and on my channel I use FrogSpot. That's what we use for all the moderation, and we also take it a step further. Because I use Deepbot, I have access to loyalty point systems, so I'm able to reward the viewers with different points that they can get just for watching the stream. And they can spend those points. They can either spend them on song requests, or we can do raffles, giveaways, or even play mini games. There's all kinds of things that are built into Deepbot specifically, and you can use those points in really cool ways. Deepbot also features a free donation service. There's no transaction fees if you get a donation. There's not a cut that goes to Deepbot or anything like that, which is really cool. I still use Twitch alerts, or it's recently became Streamlabs, but it still functions all the same. I still use that. That's the system that I've become most comfortable with. So I've left that in place, but it is built into Deepbot, so I could switch over and use that as well. And then it also offers, all kinds of advanced commands, so you can, it's not just throwing up a Twitter link or a Facebook link. You can also set up commands to give away points. You can give users some of your points that you've earned. You can give everybody all kinds of points. Custom commands for, song requests. You can quotes, all kinds of different random things. I mean, there's just the list goes on. So, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it that you can't do with some of the other bots. But then there's a lot of stuff that does carry over that the other bots do. You could use Nightbot, you could use Moobot, it would be just fine. But really, custom bot names, that's the most important feature, I think. Just being able to have, that sets my channel apart, because my channel is the only channel that has FrogSpot. Whereas there's a lot of streamers that have Nightbot on their channel. There's a lot of streamers that have Moobot. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, personal preference. It's just how far you want to take it and things like that. What suits your channel. So if that is something that you want to pursue, if you want your own channel and you want your own channel's bot, Deepbot would be a good place, I would say, to check into. I will mention, though, that in order to get Deepbot, in order to download it, it is a program that we're going to take a look at here in just a moment. I already have the download. It does cost $10. Just going to say that out front, be blunt with you. It is $10 to get access to the beta license. It's well worth it for everything you get, everything that's included. There's servers that are storing all of your information. It gets saved to the cloud and things like that. It's not a recurring fee. You don't have to keep spending money to keep using Deepbot. It's just one time. Just to support the developer, help him keep the website running and things like that. So if you're comfortable with that, Deepbot is a way to go, and I'll show you the program, and you can see the program here for yourself as well. Okay, so this is Deepbot. You basically just run this program, at the same time that you're starting up your stream. Before you're starting up your stream, you're getting everything set up and you're ready to go live. You'll want to make sure you have Deepbot open as well. You also want to make sure you have that connected. And in order to do that, you're basically going to need your streamer name, whichever, I'm Fallinfrog, so I just, Fallinfrog is the name that gets plugged in here. The points name, we use Krokens on my stream, so there we go. Your bot Twitch name, you're actually going to need to make a separate account on Twitch for your bot's name. So, and then you're going to want to make sure that name isn't taken by a similar channel using the name. So I got lucky. I was able to get FrogSpot. And then once you do, you're going to authorize FrogSpot. You just click this link. It's going to bring up a dialog box. You're going to authorize whatever new channel you've created. It's going to give you a key that you put right here. You don't have to do that every time. Once you've done that the first time, that key will stay there within Deepbot. You can just actually hit the connect button as soon as you open the program. It's not a big deal. And then the same thing for your streamer name. So you'll also have to get an authorization password for your channel. You need to get one for Frogs, for your bot, Frog's bot in my case, and then you need to get one for your own channel as well, and that gets placed here. The same with the Twitch, the Twitch bot name though. You don't have to enter it every time. You can just open the program, click connect, and you're good to go. You also can edit your stream title, and then whatever game you're playing, you can edit that information from the program. You can pull whatever you have saved to Twitch at the time. You can refresh it and see what you actually have put on Twitch, and then you can update it if you want to change that. Just hit update and it will save that over to Twitch. And then the points, the loyalty points, you'll want to make sure those are enabled if you're using points on your stream. And then you just have some options to change how frequently people are getting points. You can give points away when you're offline, even if you want people to hang around in your chat. And then there's different ranks for depending on how long people have been watching your channel, how active they are. They can eventually get up to a gold status, and you can give perks for, maybe gold members earn twice as many points as regular members. So just little incentives for people to keep coming back to your channel. That's one of the, that's just all on the front page. So we'll just come over through these tabs a little bit, and we're just going to go through a quick, brief overview because there's a lot to go over here that we're not going to spend this whole video going over. This is really just to introduce some new people to Deepbot. So, and hopefully show you guys what it offers. You do have a connection to your Twitch chat. So, I've been playing around with Deepbot here as I'm making this video, doing a couple of retakes. So I've been connecting a couple of times, but you can see if I was to say hi, it's my channel. I can chat with my viewers as myself. I can see who all's viewing me. I can, how many viewers I have. I can see who's in the chat right here. Which is really handy because I don't have to keep Chrome open. I don't have to. I usually do. I usually have a Chrome window open for some reason while I'm streaming, but I don't have to. Not for my chat anyway. I can have all that done right here, and I can still communicate with everybody. So that's really handy. That's really nice. I especially like that it tells me how many viewers I have. I usually keep my Twitch chat. When I first started, I would keep my Twitch dashboard open all the time just so I could keep my viewers list there and kind of see. But I always hated it because you're constantly pulling up your Twitch stream, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to pull any unnecessary information. You just get what you need right there. I like that feature. Moving on, we've got our user database. This just keeps record of everybody who's been to your Twitch channel. This obviously will only go back as far as I've had Deepbot on the channel. So any of my first followers, first subscribers, not subscribers, but first followers or anything like that. Before I installed Deepbot, it doesn't have that information. But if I uncheck hide offline, we can see I've been using Deepbot for a very long time. I've been using it for a couple of years now. And actually, I'm going to say that I probably, February 19th, that makes sense as when I actually got it. And when a lot of these people, first showed up. And then some of these people, I've seen some of them, October and during other streams and whatnot. But February 15th, that sounds like, I'm going to go with that's about when I got it signed up. But it's pretty cool to be able to go through and look and see, a lot of these names, I recognize these as my most loyal viewers that have always been in the streams. You can see with their points, their different ranks, how many hours they've watched. Some really cool information that gets stored here that you can go back and check. Moving on, we've also got raffles. I've been using these because we use Deepbot over on the Hauppauge gaming channel as well. I've set it up because I like the way Deepbot is handled. I'm obviously familiar with it because I've been using it on my channel. So when it came time to do the giveaway that we did on the podcast, not last weekend but the weekend before, and I did a giveaway on the Frogcast as well, we used a raffle system. So you come to the channel, you watch it, you earn points. You can use those points to buy a ticket into the raffle, and it's just a fun little way to interact with the viewers. You can also do keyword raffles. There's a ticket raffle here. I was on auction, like I said, past videos, going through. But so you have a couple of different options there for what kind of raffle you want to do. Channel commands, this is just, basic channel commands. You can, if you want to do exclamation point Twitter and then have it throw up your Twitter link, you can do that. Exclamation point, CR. I did that one. That's a custom command that I made just because it's easier to type, but it does the same thing as exclamation point points. Just shows the user how many Krokens they have. So because I use Krokens, I did CR. You can do little things like that. You can also set up timed messages, special event messages. You can set up a raffle alarm. So if you do a raffle, you can have custom sound effects and text that shows up. I mean, you can get pretty fancy. Things like that. So custom commands, those are in check. Music, you can also do song requests. This is something that Nightbot does. You can also do this, and one of the cool features about using Deepbot for your song requests is you can see the video of the song that's being played right here. You have that video window. It'll have the playlist right here. You can save the playlist. You can get rid of songs if you need to, anything like that. Control the volume. But you can actually make the song requests cost points. So if you have people coming into your channel and they're if you're using Nightbot and people are trolling the music playlist and adding just adding videos that nobody's going to want to listen to, you can limit that by just hey, you want to request a song, you need to have at least been watching for long enough to hear a song, or something like that. So you can make it cost points to actually request a song, which is a feature I like. But keep in mind, if you're going to be doing song requests, your past, people who go back to watch your video later on, they're going to be probably hit with copyright, and your videos will be muted on Twitch. If you export those over to YouTube, you're not going to be able to monetize them. Copyright is a very slippery slope that you just want to be ready for if you're gonna go down that path. So we'll just move on. But mini games, I told you there's some mini games. So you can do things like betting. You can have betting, and people can bet their points and earn more points, lose their points, things like that. The same with mini games. Bank heist works in the same way. Someone will start the bank heist, and then everyone joins in, gambles some of their points, and then after like 2 minutes or so, the game is actually, which you can configure all of that through these settings, but you can change that, and then the game is ended, and then it just randomly determines who was successful in the bank heist, who wasn't, and people earn coins, people lose points. Arena, people can basically do a battle in the chat and try to earn points, and there's drag races too, which roulette, I wasn't even here last time I looked, so that's a new feature I've not actually seen. But drag race is people can bet, and there'll be 2 cartoon cars that drive up the screen. It's really weird. It actually does get kind of intrusive over the game, so it says it's enabled here, but we've never used it on my stream, and but that's just there's a lot of stuff that you may not even use at all. So stream polls, those are if you ever want to do a poll and just ask people questions and have them answer, things like that, you can do that. It's all built in. It's really handy. Viewer queues, so if you have a line, you have people waiting in line, if you want to do that virtually, you can do that. Deepbot will handle that for you as well. And then quotes, if people say anything remarkable in the chat and you want to immortalize it forever, you can do that. You can make it a quote, and then they can pull up that at any time. Exclamation point quote space 7, and it will pull up slow clap with my thag keepo, which I don't even remember the context of that. So, but yeah, that's something else you can do. Of course, there's moderation, so you can set up mods and set up you can have banned keywords, banned links, spam protection, all that stuff. So that's all, of course, that's included. Notifications, so if I use Twitch alerts or Streamlabs, like I said, but you can use Deepbot. It's built in, so you can do donations, followers and subs, all that stuff. Streamer chat, so this is exclusive to Deepbot. This is the streamer chat tab actually connects you to all the other Deepbot users. This is a chat window for whoever is running Deepbot. This is not your viewers. This is other users that are using Deepbot. and the developers. So if you ever need to, if you want to ask a question, if you ever need help and you need help right now, this is a perfect spot to go to. Not that a whole lot of people are probably going to be checking it all the time, but you'd be surprised. There are, I've been scrolling through here before, and I've seen there's times when it's been active, and there's times where it's kind of dead. So you can throw up your question though. The developers will definitely see it. Or if you want to take the old-fashioned route is just to go to the forums, you can do that as well. Get any information you need if you want to look something up or get some help. Report a bug, things like that. It's just really nice. It's an easy way, to get any problems that you have reported, or just find any solutions or get some help. So you have all that at your disposal. And then of course the about section. So as it updates, they update quite frequently. They're always fixing new stuff, adding new stuff. So you can see what's been added, what's been changed and fixed. You can check for new updates and things like that. So that is Deepbot. And we've literally only scratched the surface of what we can do with it, but I just wanted to give you guys an overview. There's I had no idea that there was anything like this when I first started streaming. Like I said earlier, the first stop, pretty much if you start Googling Twitch chatbots, you're probably going to come across MoveBot and Nightbot at first. Use those, play with those. The natural progression after that is probably want to have your own Twitch chatbot. I wanted Frog's bot. That was something I wanted early on, and I knew, I was like, okay, so how am I going to make this happen? That's when I found out about Deepbot. So spreading that knowledge to you guys. Run with that if you want to. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below. I'd be more than happy to try to help you out, try to answer those. You can find me on Facebook at my page, Fallinfrog, or send me a tweet or something. You can find me. So let us know what you guys want to see next week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.